So Hot Toys have finally announced Nebula, so that means there's only 2 more to go to complete the full Guardians team. Let's take a look. Hi everyone, welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Nebula from the movie Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This is a pre-order product on Sideshow. It's $285 and it's due to ship sometime between July and December of next year, 2024. So far, I want to make sure I'm right here, they have put Groot up for pre-order, they have Quill up for pre-order, they have Rocket, which comes with Cosmo the dog, and they have this one here as well, and then there's Drax left, and then Mantis left. I believe that's what they, that's pretty much everyone they have so far. I don't think I'm leaving anyone out. Groot, Star-Lord, Rocket and Cosmo, and now this one. Yeah, so Drax and Mantis. Now I'm assuming they're just going to do Mantis and they're going to put her in the kind of team suit, and of course Drax then in the team suit means they don't have to do the muscular body, because obviously they struggled with Drax in the past. The body was too skinny and not screen accurate, and it was jointed as well, as far as I believe. I mean, plus you have the tattoos as well like that, and I've heard that doing seamless bodies, the paint has problems sticking onto the body if they're going to do tattoos and stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at the moment. But we're not here to talk about this, we're here to talk about this. So as soon as I saw this particular clip in the movie, I believe these things here, they helped her to levitate. I think they're kind of like wings. They don't look like wings, but they're kind of the same shape as wings. It's almost like the skeleton of wings. There's supposed to be some fabric in between these, but I remember in the movie, I believe that she wore this and this helps her actually fly or levitate, if I'm remembering that correctly. If I'm not, let me know in the comment section down below. But I remember watching it going, yeah, that's a figure and that's definitely the accessory. So first thing I'm noticing is the head sculpt. I don't have the Endgame Nebula. I've heard it was a pretty good figure. The reviews look good and all that. I've never had it in hand. But this head sculpt here, is this a new head sculpt? I actually don't know. I think it's a new head sculpt. Again, if you could confirm or deny that in the comment section down below, if you do have in hand the Endgame version of Nebula, please let me know. But just from the look of this, I think this is actually a new updated head sculpt. Okay, so you've got this kind of like a, I suppose, chest piece that goes over the Ravengers logo, and it holds these kind of wings. I feel weird calling them wings because they're not wings, but I do think they give her the ability to float or levitate. I don't think this is actually technically a weapon. I've only saw the movie once. The arm, the metal arm here, it did on screen and it definitely here is now. It's definitely giving me Cable vibes. I have the Hot Toys Cable. I love that character. I love Deadpool too. And the arm is very, very similar with the joint there as well. So obviously you have a swap out part here. So imagine from the elbow down swaps out, and you have this kind of hand cannon, which is kind of very, very, in this version it's actually quite wide. But then in other later versions you see the cannon again, but it's narrower. And I remember that kind of her left arm, the kind of mechanical arm, actually kind of it can do different things. As you can see here, she kind of got a bit of a T1000 vibe going on here. If you remember that kind of classic, you know, scene in Terminator 2 when the T1000 was posed as his foster parent, John Connor's foster parents, and takes out his takes out the foster dad, and it already killed the stepmom. But yeah, so that's what that reminds me of here, this particular blade. So there's a few. You've got the regular arm, you've got the blade, you've got the bigger cannon, and then there's a smaller cannon as well. That looks, yeah, that's a smaller version. So that's regular arm. This one on screen here, the kind of wider cannon. I presume this is on the way to becoming the wider cannon. I really need to watch this movie again, but it's 4 different: regular, this one, the wider cannon, and then the kind of the knife, the one that I was dubbing the T1000 style knife. And you got this, like a chest harness which holds these wing looking projections here, which I believe make her levitate. So $285. I've heard people say it is pricey. They're not wrong, but at the same time, I think the cheapest trooper on Sideshow is, or definitely was, a $220 Stormtrooper Commander. So I wonder if I just put in Commander here, will I be able to get the Stormtrooper Commander? I'm not sure if that probably on waitlist at this stage, is it? So available now. Just bear with me here because I wanted to do a bit of a price comparison on this. There we go. So this one here, this is the Stormtrooper Commander. It's not waitlist there, it's $220. So that is kind of the benchmark really there. I believe that's the cheapest Hot Toy 6 scale Hot Toy on Sideshow. So that's $220. So for $65, you're getting the head sculpt, the different swap out arm accessories, and the kind of chest pack and the kind of wings as well. So yeah, I mean, like, people will argue that that's not worth it. People will argue it is, but I'd say might seem a little bit expensive. But then again, like, compared to where we are, you having a head sculpt. The Stormtrooper just comes with 2 blasters. There's no head sculpt, and it's just like a, you know, a print out a new one, print out a new one. This one here though, like, the outfit is different. You have a head sculpt as well. You have 4 different interchangeable parts, and like I said, the harness and the wingsuits. That's where the $65 is going. Maybe it's a tad on the expensive price, or maybe it's a tad high, but I don't particularly think so. Unfortunately, it doesn't really matter what I think. It's kind of par for the course at the moment, really. They're just getting more expensive, but yeah, that kind of puts it into context, I think. $220 for a basic Stormtrooper Commander, or another $65 and you get a figure with a head sculpt and all the gear that I've mentioned already. Anyway, if you think it's too expensive, not worth it, then don't buy it, and if you do and you're interested, then do. I suppose that's the way it goes. I like the detail in the back of these. I like the way there's wires here as well. I want to check if that actually lights up as well. I'll get to the that's strange. Alright, so what's she coming? Base, very, very skimpy on the old swap on hands. You just seem to have 4 swap on hands. A lot of figures that have about 10, including the fisted hands they tend to come with. Most Hot Toys tend to have a left and a right fisted hand, and then it comes with your bunch of swap on hands, like pointing hands, or you know, hands specifically molded for holding different, you know, knives, swords, guns, rocket launchers, whatever. You get obviously the swap out parts I've mentioned already, and the kind of, what you call this, backpack or whatever. So I just want to check, there was something else I wanted to check there. Of course you have the stand as well. Overall I think this figure looks pretty good. Not for me, because I'm not going collecting the Guardians. But I think people, what do they call this? Highly detailed jetpack. Yeah, it's a jetpack as well. Just a funny looking jetpack, but pretty cool as well. Yeah, so like it's a step in the right direction in terms of, I've heard a lot of people say they're not going to get any Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 figures unless they complete the line. So they're 2 figures away from completing the line. The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Mantis and the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 Drax. So I think it's a step in the right direction. So hopefully they do that for the people that want them. Me, not so much. But yeah, it looks alright. It looks alright. It looks pretty good actually. I actually quite like the look of this, and I like the character as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all. And that's just as well that this is the end of the video, because this page isn't available right now. So if you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking this one up or not. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.